So it's got that. We have mini seasons one we're going to take care of, two mini seasons one, and then two flavor CPU ones. So we'll take care of that one. I think this one, someone told me that this was Randy Johnson, so I'll run the next game with Randy, and then I'll check back in with you guys and see where we are at that point. Sorry that the video's a little all over the place. I'm trying to figure out how to do all this. I'm going to figure it out on the fly.
What's up, Steve?
What up, what up?
How you doing, bro?
I'm doing so well, my man.
Good. What's up, Brian?
How's it going, bro?
Good, good. How's y'all's day been?
Can't argue, man.
I love Mondays. Let's just put it that way.
I bet.
Doesn't everybody?
No, a lot of people actually don't. Just ask Garfield.
No, I don't. I don't like Monday either.
That's Garfield.
That's usually when stuff goes wrong.
Hey, but that's when stuff goes right on in this neck of TikTok. Come on now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah, I committed a cardinal sin during the state tournament, but I couldn't help myself. I threw the dragon all day long, and it was the first time I'd ever rolled it.
And
Love it. Completely like Brian's seen, like usually when I get that far inside, I really got to get around it, slow my ball speed down a little bit to get it to turn the corner. I moved in, I was dead up the back of it, and it was free, effortless hook.
oh yeah, like in any time. So the one ball I don't throw that often is the Judge because it's too strong for our house. I even took it up to 3,000 grit sanded, and it's still too strong for the house. So most of the time, I'm either throwing the Cray Solid or I'm throwing the Black Dragon. Just because.
But yeah, the second it got announced and they're like, smoother, more controlled Widow, I said that has to go in my bag.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
The cake and marshmallow.
And the best thing I love about the Dragon is like, yeah, it allows me to control the pocket, but if I need to move left and play deep, once the lanes transition, it allows me to do that.
Yeah, you can still do it.
Yeah,
And I think that was my big mistake is I got too far right too fast.
yeah. Because then you're hitting the nose, the face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But dude, during that state tournament in Kansas City, I left a season's worth of 6 pins in 2 days.
Ooh.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I was like, you've got to be kidding me. There is no way I'm leaving this many 6 pins. And then I left a 6, 8, 10 on a pocket hit.
Oh,
That's crazy.
yeah, that's murder.
I was like, you've got to be kidding me. There's no way.
There's days where you throw the ball really well or you roll the ball and you hit the pocket and just weird stuff happens.
Yeah, some days, man, you'll hit the pocket all day long, and it just doesn't happen.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
I was to say when I was on my heater, we would get into our BHB chat, and Brian's like, "Okay, so how many 7s did you throw this week?" I'm like, 3.
That's really good. Throwing 700 is really good.
Dude, there was a stretch before the lane machine broke, or before the oil machine broke, and my house, the house I was bowling at closed. I threw probably 8 sets. 5 of them were 700s.
That's pretty good bowling right there. That's really good bowling. Because
Switch hitter, mine unfortunately is a 792.
Mine is a 765.
I have one that's over 700, but it was barely over 700.
Yeah, my 792 night, I shot 260, 290, and I'm like, oh, I only need 2 teen. I can bowl a 2 teen right now with my eyes closed. Lost focus, started messing around, shot a 2-0.
Yeah, that happens. So, you guys have questions? Fire away. I'm ready to do whatever you guys want to do.
Well, I kind of hijacked the start, but we usually start the exact same way. We give you the platform, Matt, and ask you 2 basic questions. How long have you been bowling and what got you into the sport?
Oh, so I'm going on my second year, and a guy that I go to church with, Toten Bartrell, he's one of Swag's PBA staff. He's on tour bowling, and he sent a message on our church group on Facebook and asked if anybody could want him to bowl. And my wife actually messaged him. I said, "Yeah, I'll bowl. I'll be down." So, I mean,
Why not?
so 2 years, I haven't thrown nothing but swag, and in 2 years, my pins, my handicap has gone down. Like I started at 130, and now I'm at 198.
That's awesome.
That boy, you got that 2-0 coming.
Yeah.
You gotta pick more corner pins.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's probably is when I practice. Like my 10 pins, they drive me up the wall.
Oh, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I when I leave a 10 pin, it just almost ruins my night because I throw the ball so well, and it's like, oh my god, like you're kidding me. And now Valero has switched to string pins, so you don't have the football pin. So I mean,
I appreciate it, Steve.
String pins are for more of a pure shot. Like they
require a little more accuracy.
Absolutely, you do.
Absolutely.
And since they've put it in, I've averaged 215 over the last 4 weeks on string pins. You know,
I was to say the pins fly, but they don't connect as much.
Yeah.
oh, absolutely. You can tell there's a, but it's the future of the sport. So I mean, ain't nothing you can do about it. Like the next bowling center where I'm from, it's about a 30-minute drive. So like, I'm not going to drive an hour round trip just to go bowl. You know what I mean?
That's what I've been doing for years because we don't have the closest one to us is half an hour away.
Yeah. So I was telling Brian, like, if we can get close to 20,000 likes, we got some really awesome stuff coming this summer. Like, I'll donate a ball for you guys to raffle off.
Is that the first tease on the next release?
No, I'm dead serious. The next release coming this summer. They haven't given us all the details, but hopefully there's some hybrids and some more pearls, but we'll see. So if we get close to 20,000 likes, I'll donate a ball for you guys to raffle off.
And that was what I was talking to when we were talking to Bearded Wonder.
Yeah.
I said you released 6 all at once. That is a 6-ball arsenal that can go to any league bowl. You can go straight to league with these 6 balls and be just fine. This next release is going to start filling gaps.
Oh, absolutely. So this next release, the stuff we have now, there's no comparison. The stuff's going to be better. And I'm not saying that just because I'm a staffer. I'm just being real. Like the next stuff coming they're going to be game changers.
Yeah, so they're up in the ante.
Huh?
They're up in the ante.
Oh yeah. So when before Bowler Smart bought us out, California bowling wasn't getting the marketing we're getting now. We weren't selling out balls like we are now. Like they've had to restock the Crazed Pearl, the Black Dragon, and the Unreal 4 different times. That's insane.
I was gonna say I got my Dragon on the 3rd restock.
Yeah.
And I can't say enough about that Crazed Pearl, dude. I love that ball. It's not often that I get a ball straight out of the box and I just immediately throw turkey with it right out of the box. And that ball was spot on.
And especially for for the staffers that's been with Swag a while. We've gotten a lot of hate over the years. A lot of hate because of the names, the way our balls look, because they're poured across seas. But to be honest, like Brunswick, they make their balls in Mexico. So
Yeah.
Well, no, when you were talking about the names, I just keep thinking of Luke going, yeah, I didn't want the Bloody Ocean Pearl limited edition Jack the Bloody Ocean Pearl Jack Sparrow limited edition.
Oh yeah, and I the thing that I love the most is everybody's actually trying our stuff. Yeah, you're gonna have the big names, Storm, Brunswick, Motive. You know, like we're small. We're hoping to, get up there. You know, we want to be up there. Like, so I think it's going to take one of our PBR staffers making a televised event for that to happen.
Well, actually, one of my favorite underrated PBA guys was Spar of the Anthony Lavery variety, and he was a swag guy.
He was, and I don't know what happened there. Like Paul, I
think he went back to Hammer. I think.
Yeah, I hate politics, and it's just politics are everything. It seems like so.
Yeah. But yeah, he was one of my favorites. Like with having a relatively unorthodox swing myself, I like guys that have other unorthodox swings. Like I love Butters. I love Anthony Lavery Spar.
Yeah.
I loved this dates me, but I loved Brian Valenta, who was one of the first two-handed bowlers who used the half thumb.
Yeah.
Bowled with him while he was in college. Took a ton of my money.
Yeah, our sales rep Ken Ames, he's got a very his bowling style is very unorthodox. Like his swing is kind of like Anthony Laver Spar, like it's different, but he's good though.
But when I watched AVS, I'm like, how do you get your wrist to go that way that late?
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
I like seeing the different kind of because everybody releases the ball different. You're not going to find the same person release the ball the same way. Everybody.
I was saying, and then you got unorthodox guys and approaches like Koiku, who does that like arm tuck.
Yeah.
And throws the ball 13 miles an hour and still a PBA bowler.
That's insane. Like if I could bowl like one player right now, who is the man right now on the PBA tour, that'd be Tackett.
Yeah.
EJ. Yeah.
EJ's release is so pure and so fluid. Like it's unreal.
It's so consistent too.
Yeah. So consistent. And he's
and then you've got other unorthodox type of guys like Sam Cooley, who no matter how good or how bad he does, he just looks thoroughly unamused while he's bowling.
Yeah.
Like that dude is stone-faced.
Yeah, absolutely. I will say one of my favorite balls of all time that is retired that they don't make anymore, and I wish they'd bring back.
The Blizzard.
Blizzard, yeah.
It's I'll never get rid of this ball. Never. That one and my graffiti tracker.
I was gonna say the other one I had that I loved was in that I believe it was a graffiti. I believe it was a graffiti. It was the Joker graffiti.
Oh yeah.
Like the only reason I never, because I'm a naturally an underdog rooter. I love rooting for an underdog. Like when Big Bowling came out, I was all about Big. I got 3 of their bowling balls. Liked one of them, couldn't stand the other one, and the third one I could give or take. But I naturally root for the underdog and like supporting the underdog. If there was a distro deal now, like if there was a distro deal like there is now back then, I probably have been throwing swag a long time ago.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you guys are actually giving our stuff a chance because there's not a lot of people out there that will give our stuff a chance still.
I'm not gonna lie. As soon as I got the craze in, the shop that I took it to said it was the very first swag ball that they've ever drilled. So it's not. I know of people that are throwing it here in Florida, just not necessarily as south as far as I am.
Yeah.
I don't see anybody with it in the alley.
Yeah.
You don't see it much around here either.
Yeah, it's like so. I know my bowling center for the longest time, like they didn't want catalogs. They are pros. The pro shops down here, we'd sell balls to people in the bowling center, and they would purposely drill the balls neutral, so our balls would look like crap going down the lane.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I get it, you guys hate swag, but like, come on, like, don't do that.
The pro shop that I had my stuff drilled at, he said, look, he's like, if you get some more interest, we will definitely start carrying products. And I was like, you should definitely get another swag ball for me for sure.
Oh yeah, like I'm very pleased of what Cliff Barnes and Bowlers Mart has been able to do for us as staffers and for the company overall. Like, it's been game changing for us. It's really awesome.
Well, and that's the thing is, like, I would love a judge, but the judge is so strong, I'm afraid it'd get 40 feet down lane, turn around, and come back at me.
I was basically, I was between, like, if I got a dragon or if I got the judge, but I was afraid that they're going to be too similar to what I am throwing right now. And I wanted to make sure that I got.
I'm sure you guys seen the video on YouTube of a certain somebody throwing the judge and it not moving at all. Did you guys watch that video?
I know what video you're talking about. Yeah.
I may be a staffer for said company.
I'm kind of a staffer for said company, but it's like, so in the past, I think his narrative is just I don't know what he done to the ball. You know what I mean? But his narrative has never been good towards swag.
Well, it doesn't help. It doesn't help if they don't tell you like how they laid out the ball. It's not really like, yeah, they can show you what the ball's going to do, but if you don't know what that layout is, I mean, they could be laying it out so plain and like no action. Because
I could throw that exact same ball in the same spot he was doing, and it's going to go through the nose every time.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not the best bowler. I'm I throw between 15 and 16 miles an hour. Yeah, I think my rev's somewhere in the medium, but still, like, I can stand up in front of the ball return and against the ball return, and I can hook the entire lane with that ball. It's just too much ball for me.
Yeah, it's got a lot.
Well, and that was the thing is like when the video's set up and I see a Crusher Hybrid, an Ion Max, and a Judge all on the rack, I'm like, yes, let's see what this is gonna do. And then it was just like, oh, okay.
It didn't say much.
And then he compared it to the level ball or Storm. like come on, dude. Like,
yeah, that's not even a comparison.
No,
it is a big hook monster ball, which was why I was like, okay, at least he's got it up against the other big boys that are out there right now.
Yeah,
exactly.
Because you can go watch the hype bowling, and he throw that ball against the Jackal.
Yeah, I watched the hype. Yeah,
the Onyx. Yeah,
and he can hook the ball.
Yeah, he's making a turn.
No, I'll tell you this: the one person that has always thrown our stuff in the past and done reviews, J.R. Raymond, always been a big fan. One PBA event with our stuff, and for whatever reason, he's not throwing our. He's not, he's carrying our product, but he's not out there throwing our stuff anymore.
Well, and that was the thing is, right before the hiatus, he made that Buffalo look really good, and I almost bought a freaking Buffalo because JR threw it so well.
That's what, like, a lot of us staffers was really looking forward to seeing him throw our new stuff. Like, he's been one of the main guys for a long time because not a lot of other people were doing our reviews back then. It was just J.R. Raymond, really.
Yeah.
So that's most of the time when I went to purchase the ball when it was California Bowling, I'd watch J.R. Raymond, listen to him throw it, critique the ball or whatever, and then I would go off that.
And another guy that I love the fact actually started throwing it, he was one of the first people that actually reviewed it and posted them online. It was Bowler's Rant, Chris Beans.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm telling you this, everybody, staff with swag was blown away because of all the years he's trashed us.
He
Hey,
has
Rowan.
said some not nice things about swag.
Yeah,
Switch hitter's asking you a question.
it's swag. So you could apply around November and October. I know our boss said that they're not taking anything until then, but you still can apply, and I can talk to my boss and tell him that you applied. Just DM me, and we'll talk after.
I was going to say, you're actually one of the swaggers that I have not talked to personally yet. I talked to the Bearded Wonder. I talked to Swan all the damn time.
Yeah, I talked to Swan. I was talking to her about 15 minutes ago or 20 minutes ago.
And she represents well, bro. Like,
Yeah, dude, she does.
she really does.
That's what I was going to say. That's the closest person to me that throws swag, and she's in Orlando.
I tell you what, so my first tournament, I bowled down here in South Texas in Corpus Christi.
Hey, Britt.
Hi, Brett. Thanks for the support, Brett.
Yeah, hey, Britt. I was throwing the graffiti tracker, which I have behind me. I won that tournament, and after I shot, it was crazy. It was 214, 244, and 265. The next day, I tripled that amount, and they wanted to redo.
They wanted to re-rate you.
Re-rate me.
Yeah.
Like I'm new to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm new to all this. Like, I know nothing about, and I'm still learning till this day. Like, I'm brand new to the bowling world. So, and probably during the week I have my league on Tuesday nights, but about four days a week I practice. And that Saturday I'll drive 30 minutes away, and I go to a different bowling facility and practice as well. So I mean.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, I kind of like the idea of re-rating people because it kind of eliminates the sandbagging problem.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
However, like what happened to Matt, sometimes you're just having the weekend of your life, and they're like, surprise, you're getting re-rated.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like, anybody can be on any time, and no matter what you do, you're not going to beat them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody has their days where you're bowling like straight garbage. I've had my days where I couldn't do nothing.
All guilty somewhere along the line. That's why it's bowling.
Yeah, and I love bowling. Like,
if bowling was that easy, would we all really enjoy it? Like, if it was just guaranteed you knock down 10 pins every time, would you really do it?
No.
It wouldn't be.
Well, and that was the thing.
Exactly.
Like the second week of our lane machine being broken, I'm streaming. You know, I stream all my leagues. Brian hops in like the 5th or 6th frame of game 3. He goes, "How you shooting?" I said, "Brian, I'm not going to break 500."
We've been there. We all know it. It's how we handle it is the key.
He goes, "Jesus, what are you throwing?" I said, "A house ball."
And it was funny last Tuesday, like for whatever reason I couldn't throw my asymmetricals. They weren't doing nothing I wanted to, so I switched to my cement, my Unreal, and my Cray Solid, and they were hooking more than my asyms were. It just blew me out of the water. Like the lanes were really.
Here lately, ASIMs have not been working at all for me. I had to switch down to symmetrical Pearl.
Yeah, sometimes like most of my. So I have one, two. I have 4 symmetricals. 2 of them are pearls, and 2 were solids, and the rest is all eighths. So this next run, beside like, oh my. I can't say it. Sorry, I'm getting excited. You guys have no idea. Like, our stuff coming is amazing. I'm telling you.
Like,
okay, so
I could see where it's going too. Like, the judge, you've got a big ASIM solid. You could make a pearlized version of it and call it the Justice.
Yeah, you could. You could very much. But I'm ready. So we haven't had a lot of ASIM hybrids. We had one called the Graffiti Icon many moons ago. But since then we haven't had an ASIM hybrid. So I'm hoping that they bring an ASIM hybrid. You know, whoever makes the decisions on designing or whatever, they need to bring an ASIM hybrid over.
Okay, so here's my unsolicited suggestion to the company, right? You know how Motive can modify the gear core to make a Venom ASIM?
Yeah.
Do a modified fusion core in a hybrid and make an ASIM fusion. Just saying.
Just
Yeah.
say it.
Yeah. That'd be
Okay, so I'm getting ready to start a PBA experience. What swag ball would you
You have
what
fun with
swag
that.
ball would you encourage or strongly endorse?
the Ace.
The Ace? Okay.
Ace.
I might buy that then.
That was one of their last balls before the shutdown.
The Ace.
Right.
Like I'm telling you, like it's probably one of the favorites among the staffers.
Okay. I'll check it out.
It's
And-
like, it's really good.
With the current releases, with bowling on a PBA experience, you're wanting maximum versatility. So I would think that if you're going to get one of the new ones of the new 6, you're either going to be between an Unreal or a Fusion, because those are the two most versatile balls. You can do almost anything with them.
Yeah, you can. But the
See,
Ace. Go ahead.
go ahead.
No, go ahead, bro.
So everybody keeps telling me I need to get a urethane, but I don't want to be that guy. I mean,
Well, I'll say this: if you're bowling a PBA event, you need a urethane.
I get it.
My buddy, he's on tour right now, and he won't take his urethane with him. Bro, like, what are you doing? You need it because you never know. Because those patterns are flat, they're different, like they're long, short. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
you need your urethane.
Okay.
Because
Now,
I was
so
to say, take it from a regional PBA regional bowler. I have an entire 3-bag set that is dedicated to only urethane.
Yeah, if I go anywhere for a state tournament or anything, I at least have at least my purple hammer.
And I would say to you, the goat, like the goat.
Yeah.
It's got a. I can't tell you. Just if you look at the judge, think of the goat.
okay.
But you can also if you go watch the hype video on the goat, he took it down to 500 and put a 2000 polish on it. It's a really good ball. It's a pearl, symmetrical pearl. So
Okay. So now how does the urethane work? Because aren't they illegal after 2 years? Is that production
Yes.
date or the date you buy it?
so
Production date.
so our the Buffalo and this bar, you know.
Now that's only on national tour though. If you go regional tour, the rules are a lot more lenient.
Yes.
So
The Big
this
Bro
ball-
urethane.
This ball and the Buffalo is PBA approved.
Okay.
And you can use it. This is ACM and the Buffalo is symmetric.
Okay. See, because the wife, she's low and slow, so she was thinking about getting a level, and because she, which would be more right up her alley. But I throw a lot faster than her, and I think the level is just super weak. It's a terrible ball in my eyes. But
Well, it's not really your thing.
Yeah, it's new.
no,
New technology.
Ooh,
It's not-
yeah,
okay.
I get that.
Yeah.
But it's got 1,000 grit on it, and I mean you can use it as a urethane ball because it does soak up oil.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
It's got the same motion as your thing. Go ahead.
Right.
Go ahead, Steve.
See, now I've got another idea for swag. They can come out with a reactathane pearl like the UC3.
Yeah, they could.
I loved my UC3.
Oh, you remember me telling you how our pro shop down here would purposely drill our balls neutral?
Yeah.
So a urethane supposed to be drilled strong.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dead pin up. Dead pin neutral above the bridge.
Wow.
Did you pick that up at a demo day?
No. So when it released, I bought it, and
Brian got it.
Yeah. I did.
and I have to put so much hand in this ball for it to move. Because if not,
Yeah.
it just goes straight. Because he did that.
Yeah, see, I threw.
Every single demo ball at a demo day is going to be drilled just like that because a lefty or a righty could throw it.
Correct.
Right.
And they kind of want to just give you the general idea of the ball. They don't really want to show you what it could be because it could turn people off one way or the other.
Go ahead, bro.
See, I my first ever ball that I bought SPI was the 78U. I hate that ball. I took it and walked across the alley, and I sold it to the guy who wanted to buy it for $100. That's how bad I hate that ball. So I've not really had much luck with the urethane.
Well,
I mean, at least you sold it.
Yeah.
I will say this: like the one thing that I wish that I would have done is some of our older stuff. I wish they would have made more of kept in stock.
Yeah.
PBA. That's the only thing I wish they would have done. But I understand like they're trying to get away from the old swag stuff. But then it kind of puts a bind on our pro staffers because
Yeah, it really limited the ball selection.
yeah.
Well, that was like Big Bowling. When Big Bowling first came out, they only released 3. Could you imagine being freaking Marshall Kent and trying to be competitive in PBA tournaments, only having 3 options?
Yeah.
Yeah, that you could be competitive.
Yeah,
There's no way.
That'd be so different.
But
One of the 3 options was a dead neutral, weaker than snot, couldn't get the ball to move pearl, which was designed for ultra dry lanes. Anything with any oil on it that ball was useless. So he was really with 2.
Yeah.
But you need to get the ace, bro. I'm telling you, it's really good ball. And I'm not being biased, just being honest. It's a really good. You can go watch J.R. Raymond's review on it. He bowls against it with the face too, and it keeps up with the face too.
All right, I'll check that out.
And if you don't want to go full blown urethane, you have another option. You can go motive and you can go microcell polymer, which is urethane like.
You at the pro shop right now, Cobra?
I'm leaving the bowling alley.
But you can go microcell polymer. It'll give you urethane like shape, but it'll still be really, really weak reactive.
Okay.
So are you a Steelers fan?
The wife is.
Oh,
Every time we get on here, someone mentions that thing.
Hold on,
I gotta hide that
are we
blanket.
bad-mouthing my Steelers, or are we just asking?
Okay.
Hey, you know
We're
where
still trying to figure out why you're.
You know where the safest place is during a tornado?
where Dallas?
I'll
AT&T Stadium, because there's no touchdowns ever there.
That's I can't argue with that.
Bro, I'm
You know who
from
Blake?
Cleveland,
Hey,
so
you know
I
who
can't
Dak's
come up.
favorite receiver is?
The other team.
Yep.
Anybody in a different jersey.
Well,
hold on.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I was a little bit of a Cowboys fan in the mid to late '90s because I loved
I
Emmitt
think we
Smith.
all
I loved
were.
Michael Irvin.
Yeah, we all were. Dude.
you can't like the
bandwagon
'90s team
time.
was
With
something,
Aikman and Smith, bro.
something
Dude,
else.
and as a matter of fact, my favorite Cowboy during that time was actually Moose
Bruce
Johnston.
Johnson,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
fullback.
I loved that dude.
But that was back in the day when fullbacks were actually fullbacks. You know what I mean?
I will say this: the 49ers, they use their guy as actual fullback, number 44. I can't think of his name, but
I feel it's like one of those positions that they forgot about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they have.
I know who you're talking about, and it's a funky last name, but I can't remember it right off the top of my
Yeah,
head.
it is. But he's a solid fullback. He's a real fullback.
Juszczyk.
Yes, absolutely.
Let's see.
Kevin Mack.
And then I had I was another fan of a 49ers tight end. I was a big fan of Novacek back in the day.
How's that hair doing today, buddy?
Novacek.
Jay Novacek, that dude was one of my guys.
What, wasn't he a Cowboy too?
He was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say he was a Cowboy too. So what I want to. I don't know if Kobe's throwing swag, but you guys have,
Not yet.
and I want to know like your overall. Where does it stack up when you bowl in league with all these other? Because you have Storm, Motive, people are throwing all kinds of different things in the league. Like, do people ask you about them?
I
Like,
don't remember what I bought.
Go ahead.
I talked to the Dragon Up when I was deciding on whether or not to buy it, which I got pushed over the finish line by that one over there, thank
I
God.
didn't do shit.
Edley, thank
did
you.
not.
But 100% honesty, the ball that the Dragon reminds me of most is an old discontinued Venom. It reminds me of an old discontinued Black Widow. It was the Black Widow Venom, which was their smoothest, most controlled Venom that they had made.
yeah,
And that is exactly what I'm looking for. So right now I have two other Black Widows, and I will pick up my Dragon before I pick up my 2.0 hybrid or my Black Widow urethane.
yeah.
No, they ice balls.
And Brian,
It
you
was,
just
I only got a long
my ball, like-
My situation, my league, my house shot, it's a very difficult one. It usually dries out very, very fast. So when I'm using very reactive balls, I run out of room very quickly. So that's why I really wanted to get something that was a pearl aspect to check swag out. And I threw it in a tournament this past weekend. Did okay, but definitely got a lot of people like looking at the ball like, what's that ball? I've never seen that ball before. And a lot of people were really, really actually liking the motion of it in that house.
Depth appeal wise, it's probably one of the prettiest
Yeah,
I really
absolutely.
don't remember what I
that
bought.
they've released.
Yeah.
Stop it, Squirt.
And I would say in comparison to other balls that I've thrown, the Craze Pearl is very, very similar to the 900 Global Zen. It gets to the pocket quick, and when it snaps, it just goes straight to it. It doesn't make two turns. It just, when it makes its move, it makes its move.
Yeah,
I was going to say, and the only reason I didn't go to something like a Cray Solid is because I am absolutely 100% head over heels in love with my Hustle Camo.
well,
And that's exactly, and that's from what I understand, the Cray Solid is basically a mimic to a solid Hustle. Very similar RG, very similar diff, very similar ball motion.
so for me, with the Cray Solid, I see the most back end motion with that ball. Out of all 6 balls that we released, it's for me. I see the most back end motion
Out of it.
Yeah,
That was what I was worried that if I got the Craze Solid, it would be too much like stuff that I'm already throwing right now. So I wanted to make sure that I had something that I could move farther right, because I'm so hugging so far left now because I got so much turn that I need to have something that I can move over back to the right to actually open up the lane.
yeah. Like for me, I always wanted the ball that would force me left.
Yeah.
Force me left. The judge does that to the point where I can't.
You can't go any farther left.
Yeah, like so so we have a tournament, our city men's tournament down here. We bowl on 2 different patterns. We bowl on dead man's curve and the boardwalk. So when that comes on, I'll use it on a longer pattern.
Yeah.
I'll use my Cray Solid on the shorter pattern.
It's amazing when you get on the sport patterns and you actually throw a really, really strong ball and watch how weak it becomes. It's amazing.
Well, and that's the thing
Like,
is,
oh my God, what happened?
I love Dead Man's Curve. Dead Man's Curve is one of my favorite patterns
Oh, yeah.
because during
I
practice.
I can't wait to throw the judge on that pattern.
Well, that's the thing. Like if I were to take the swag arsenal and go bowl a tournament with on Dead Man's Curve, I would wear out the judge during practice, burning up my outside, creating me a nice big long hook spot, and then moving in down to a fusion or a unreal,
That fusion
throwing into that spot, and then balling down and migrating farther right.
That's what EJ Tackett did this weekend. Him
No,
and
ma'am.
Johnson was throwing ball with the most surface on it, trying to create a spot down lane so they could hook it. Who just got me a cowboy hat? I just seen it pop up. Probably my wife.
We're at 14.
I think that's who that is.
Guys, let's keep those tapping, bro.
Keep
I was
those
gonna say
tapping.
we're only 5K away. Come on now.
Let's go.
5K away, and when the new stuff drops, I will donate a ball for you guys to raffle off.
But like I said, I don't want to be the guy that constantly compares the swag pieces to what is currently out there.
Yeah.
But there is a method to my madness. In the event that somebody has to convert all of their equipment in say October, November timeframe, I want to know what I'm switching from to. So when I think of a fusion, I think Venom. My Venom Shock would go to the fusion.
Yeah.
My Katana Assault or my Paragon is the judge.
Yeah.
I don't really have a spot for the Unreal because I have multiple spots in that fusion spot, but I would think at about a 3,000 surface, an Unreal would be close enough to my IQ Tour, only just a little bit stronger, but similar ball motion.
Yeah.
Fuse Solid or Cray Solid is my Hustle, which is my bread and butter, weak and smooth ball. And then the Cray's Pearl would be like my Wolverine Dark Moss.
Yeah. That'd be a nice little arsenal right there.
And then the Dragon, we already know what the Dragon does, and you already know what the Dragon's replacing.
Yeah. Like the Dragon is by far my favorite. I have my biggest scores with it. So
I have a feeling that's going to be my next purchase.
you need to get it.
Well, and that's the thing is like in my ball progression, I would go from something like the Dragon straight to a fusion, which is that benchmarky Venom type ball. My fear is that I would wind up skipping that Unreal altogether, and the Unreal's such a good ball, it deserves to be thrown.
Oh, that's what I do. I have the Unreal.
It's a good looking ball too.
I have the Unreal, and I can't put my Dragon and my Cray Solid down.
Yeah, I can see that. And honestly, I think that's why I'm really looking to probably get the Dragon, because I know that's something that I would definitely line up with.
We need to get Cobra ball. We need to get Cobra swag. You need a swag ball, bro.
Cobra, are you gonna?
I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
He's so grand loyal, bro.
The ball I would put in his hand is actually a Cray Solid.
Yeah, I would say Cray's solid too. I think he would line up with that and the Cray's Pearl.
And it's really
Well, I think a Cray's Pearl and his Hyper Venom would be really close.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying just
So I think he would wind up throwing his Hyper Venom over a Cray's Pearl, but he has a massive gap in that smooth solid category. That's why I'm like, dude, just put a Cray Solid in your hands.
Yeah, this bar right here.
Because a Cray Solid would be a step down from your stealth mode.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this one. Hang on, I'm getting it. This bar right here. I love this ball, and it's pretty.
Yeah.
This one I have drilled 60 by 5 by 30, just to give it a little more length.
I was gonna say, see, my go-to layout is 45 by 5.5 by 35.
I'm
For
a
that
no
exact
thumb
reason.
bowler.
Huh?
I want it to get a little bit long, but I also want a good amount of entry angle when it makes its move.
But
I'm a no thumb
eventually,
bowler.
Cobra, you need this bad boy.
Oh, that
Red
is
Dragon.
the venom, or that is the Black Widow type ball motion that you love, only with more control.
Yeah.
I love this ball, dude. Like for me,
Do you
go ahead.
have a code that we could use on Bowler's Mart
I don't
that
have
promotes you? Okay.
that promotes me.
Yeah.
We'll hook up after this, bro.
Okay.
Okay.
I want you to benefit from it. You see what I'm saying?
No, you can. So if you do purchase a ball, you could say Matt Rowan swag staffer directed me, helped me, all that stuff in the comments.
Gotcha.
Okay.
That's good to know.
I was
I
gonna
should be
say,
a staffer as much business I do with Bowler's Mart.
when I oh crap, I'm done doing what I'm doing. I need to flip the camera. Whoops,
And he's back.
whoops. But no,
I probably
you
spent
Ro,
I
you
probably
were one of
spent
the
$3,000
first
this
people
year
that jumped
already.
in my state tournament live, and you knew what ball I was throwing, but you're like, hey, what do you got in your hand?
Uh-huh.
Now I will say this ball is pretty though.
Dude, the only way I could do that ball is if I short pinned it and polished it.
Yeah,
I
mine's
know
not
that's a lot
really.
of balls.
I got laid out 60 by 4.5 by 30, and it's still. I could have went like a taller pin probably, and it'd still be good, but. You know.
But yeah, that was what I was thinking about it, but I was like, you know what, dude, you've been jonesing for the dragon. Just go ahead and make that the first one.
That's probably the most popular ball right now is the Dragon.
You almost
I
walked
agree.
away from it.
I did almost.
See, my favorite ball right now
Put your butt back in there and buy it.
is the Pure Envy because that ball, that is a hook monster. If I need a strike, I'll go grab that Pure Envy and I'll just stay as far left as I can and let that thing just snap back. That ball is big.
You want to put that pretty blue ball back up again, because that's the type of ball he's talking about.
Yeah, this is they needed this ball right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
This one.
That thing will turn and turn and turn.
Okay.
That
think
would
about
be that would be the type of motion, the similar motion that you would get out of an envy, you would get out of a judge.
Yeah.
But like I said, I have so much hand that I don't need the help to get it to turn. That's why I would have to short pin it. That way I can control it and stay straighter with it.
Sometimes you don't need to put any hand in it at all.
I think that's my.
And that's what I struggle with.
Yeah. Same, bro.
And-
Sometimes
and-
I gotta
and another thing-
let the ball do the work.
And another thing for me, I don't know about you guys, but to me, it's all about feel. How the ball feels sitting in my hand. How it feels coming off my hand. Like
Uh-oh. Don't mean to interrupt, but we're
Congrats,
over 20. We're over 20.
oh sweetness!
Good job, guys.
You guys got man my word.
Hey,
That was fast.
I'm
Oh,
brand-
and
I'm
another
brand-
request. Can we get a color scheme on a ball?
That'd be sweet.
Oh, that would be sick.
Yeah, that would be sweet.
So I'm brand loyal. So if Swag's looking for somebody, I mean, I could easily switch. I'm just saying.
So I'll keep in contact with you guys. It's closer,
See?
you know.
Oh, hey, look at that. You could do that. Color scheme.
Not Steelers colors.
And that be the name of the ball.
Oh, that's not
Ooh.
bad.
That would be pretty sick. But
You're
I
welcome.
think-
I need to be in marketing.
Yeah.
yeah, I think the
Fighter.
you would have to talk to Cliff Barnes about, because he's been doing. I think he does all the names and the designs of the ball. Like, I think at some point, and then probably near future, I'm not for sure 100%. They might have a place here in the U.S. So
I got
Yeah,
a huge
I
market
mean-
out this way. I mean, there's a lot of new bowlers coming up through Ohio. I mean, Swag should probably jump in the ranks over here because there's a shit ton of bowlers.
Yeah.
I was to say, and as big as the St. Louis market is, I think I'm the biggest swag proponent in the St. Louis area.
well, you should give me your pro shops info, and I can give it to my boss, and we can see what we can do.
My pro shop guy's SPI. He's
My
an
pro shop
ex-pro.
just closed down, but he's also a national staffer for a 3-letter company.
You need to add a box name.
See, my guy, my pro
Switch
shop
wants
guy
to
is
come up. What do we say? Do we let him come up?
It's
As
whatever,
long as he's
it's
respectful.
whatever you guys want to do. I'm down for whatever.
But my pro shop guy, he's an ex PBA pro, Brian Himmler, and he is 100%.
Oh yeah, he's a
Storm.
big SPI guy.
Oh yeah, so the pro shop guy here has been on staff with Brunswick for 40 plus years. So
Yeah, I mean, I think he does got some swag in his shop, but
Just to
He
just
doesn't-
to stick
he
it to
doesn't
those guys,
push
I
it.
love making them drill other stuff. Like
yeah, absolutely.
before he got removed from the pro shop for conflicting with the owner. He was a Brunswick guy. I loved making him drill motive. I loved making him drill big bowling.
Thanks, Cap.
I loved making him drill other stuff.
But yeah, so I mean, he refers a tropical surge before he's going to refer anything else. You see what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, ain't nothing. Eventually, everybody's gonna have swag. It's coming. I'm telling you right now, it's coming.
I was gonna say the unofficial logo, the unofficial freaking brand. The slogan for swag right now is you got to have some swag in your bag.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you watch any of J.R. Raymond's videos, he tells people all the time, man, our equipment is really, so like Storm, Brunswick, Motive, the Hammer, most of their stuff are too strong to play right with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ours isn't. Like, you can play right with them. Like, I stick with one ball most of the time during league while other people are changing their equipment out. And like, man, what are you throwing? Swag, bro. I'm telling you, go get some swag. Like, don't hate.
Put some swag in your bag.
Just try it.
I'm telling you, bro. I've been saying that all day. Swag in the bag.
Just try it. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing is the price point is right. They're not overpriced. They're priced lower than every other comparable ball on the market for
Yeah,
that.
you're not going to pay $250 for a ball through swag.
Right. I mean, the Widow line, you're looking at $195.
Yeah, I
The
mean,
Dragon, $159.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Big top of the line ball like the Judge, $194.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
going to pay
Basically
$250 to $294 depending on which brand you go to for a comparable ball.
Yeah,
Right.
you are. And that's crazy, bro. Like, I've never paid that much for a ball ever.
Well, if you're looking at a Jackal Onyx, it is $294.
That's crazy.
yeah, that's insane. I would never pay that. I mean, just for the ball itself, let alone you still got to get it drilled. Like,
The
I'll say that-
crazes are 119, 109 to 119.
Yep. The Fusion's 139. Unreal is 149.
yeah,
The Judge is 184. And then the Ace is
out the
180.
door was under $200, and that was with tipping
Yeah.
my driller. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The Black Dragon's only 160.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And you're not going to find You're not going to find a Venom or not a Venom. Dang it! You're not going to find a Widow unless it's a discontinued Widow that they still have stock of for less than $194.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
it's just crazy to me how expensive the other brand's bowling balls are.
Yeah, well, especially Motive. Motive is super.
I was gonna say, especially Motive.
Motive is
Motive
so
is the most expensive out there.
Honestly, that's one of the reasons why I don't throw Motive. It's just because their price points. I've never felt like it was really worth the price points they have.
And then Storm, I'm not knocking Storm, but they have a spare ball that's almost $300.
I mean,
Well,
everyone's kind of
that's
getting
that's
that.
the Belmo ball. That's different.
Yeah, I can see that. You know what I mean? Like,
That's kind of the other thing. I was talking to somebody else because they kept on asking me if I was going to get the new the Identity, and I'm like, it's a limited ball. Like, if you love the ball, you can't get it again. Like,
no, you can't.
Yeah, so like,
They only made a select few of them.
yeah, so like, why am I going to buy something if I really, really want another one? I can't even get it. Like, I don't like that. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Okay, I have one question, Matt.
All right.
I'm the type of guy that cannot, for the life of me, shoot 7 pins without plastic.
Yeah.
What do you guys throw for spare balls? Because I know you guys don't, at the moment, don't have a plastic ball.
Shot. Yeah.
I'll show you.
Someone just take a pee.
No, I'm just pouring a drink.
A wired. Okay. What? That's got to
Wiper.
a wiper. Oh, okay.
And just know that there's a process that they're trying to.
Oh, I understand that. That's why I said at this moment we don't have a plastic ball.
And before I had this, I just threw my first ball at my 10 pins. I just acted like I was going to throw a backup ball and just keep up straight behind it and go end over end.
Let it whip out.
Yeah, let it whip out.
My hand naturally does this.
Do you have
It
a year
will
thing?
not do that.
You have a year thing?
Yeah, I've thrown my Rampage Pearl at corner pins before.
Yeah. I mean, before I got this wiper, that's what I was doing.
So what you're saying is at this point, if I was only throwing swag, I'd get a Big Brother U and throw that at my corners.
Yeah. Right now.
Okay. I could deal with that.
Yeah. But it's coming. Like, it takes time.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? But there's bright things ahead for swag and everybody that loves to throw swag. So I'm really looking forward to the future of swag.
I mean, honestly, just for the amount of time that I've been on TikTok, I've seen a lot more swag in the last 6 months than I could say anywhere.
Oh, I know
Say-
it.
Oh God, yeah.
So,
TikTok is promoting swag pretty good.
Yeah.
So our staffers in Korea, they were like, we see a huge difference since Polar Smart's taken over.
Oh yeah.
And they just recently, I was talking to one of the designers that are
No,
bowling
ma'am,
balls
Squirt.
over there, and they just
No.
recently got the Dragon because the Dragon's US. It's not, even though they make them, they don't have access to them. So
I don't understand. Some people always are like, "Oh, well, it's overseas." You also get other balls from overseas, from other brands, and they're not like judged by that, you know.
no, but we are.
Yeah,
Right now,
that's
China,
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
China is exposing the American system like crazy right now. Everything that you get at Dollar General, China, 20 cents. I mean, come on, nothing's made in the USA anymore. Nothing. There's parts and everything that are from all over the world now.
I think Motive's made in the US.
Yeah, Storm.
Yeah, they're made in Detroit. They're made in Michigan.
Storm is in Utah,
But Brunswick, their balls are made in Mexico.
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 Yeah, but they probably get their material from China to make it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I guarantee materials are coming from China, no matter what.
China, Vietnam, Korea.
I do painting and construction. I mean, even a lot of the paint, even though it's made technically here, the chemicals they use they get it from other places, and it's not
Yeah.
here.
And technically, if you go off the tropical surge, if Brunswick molds it, they're making it in Mexico anyways.
Yeah. But I never understand us getting the hate just because our stuff is cool in another country. Doesn't make us any less of a ball.
No,
No.
So
If it's
No,
round,
but it's-
if it's round, it's got a core and it's got a shape that I like. I don't care where it's made.
exactly.
It allows to provide it to be a cheaper access for beginning bowlers. I mean, to me, I think it's smart. Keep it cheap instead of making a $300 ball.
yeah, it's crazy to me like the prices we were talking about and other brands like, especially the economy nowadays.
Well,
Like,
yeah, I mean, especially if you're going to pick up a hobby that's just a weekend hobby. If you're going to just pick up a weekend hobby from time to time, are you going to want to spend, basically $300 to $600 on, your ball, your bag, your shoes, other accessories? That's hard. That's a lot of money just to throw into something that you're like, yeah, is it all right? Do I like it?
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Like, so before everything happened, I was buying. I didn't get no discounts whatsoever. Like, and it was hard at first. And
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
even me and my wife, we bantered a little bit back and forth over
No.
this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Dude, I've had this
what I mean?
conversation. I know what you're talking about.
like, and it's not that she didn't want me to buy them. It's just like it gets expensive, like golf. Like,
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know what the key is? You just compare it to their shoes. That's
Yeah.
what I said. When I have as many bowling balls as their shoes, then we got it.
Oh.
Then we can talk.
dude, let me tell you something. My wife has got a rack of shoes a mile long, bro.
Dude, my wife has a whole. I mean, and yes, it's a closet, but this is a small bedroom. It is a closet. The whole thing.
Hey, the extra
I got
bedroom,
plenty of room.
the extra bedroom, this is my corner. Everything else is my wife's.
Yeah.
So, I'm lucky. My wife's got more bowling balls than I do, so she don't buy shoes. She buys bowling balls. So I'm lucky there.
Come on, guys, let's get to 30,000 likes. I like
Let's
this.
go. Let's go.
Dude, we're getting there.
26
Hell, we got-
live.
We
That's
got
insane.
4 curio cabinets in this house, and every drawer has at least 3 balls in each drawer, and every cabinet's got 4 drawers.
4 drawers.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you. Watch, I'll show you. I'll just show you in front of one cabinet. I'll have to turn off my filter.
So how many bowling balls do you guys own?
I plead the fifth.
I think I'm sitting at probably 19 or 20 right now.
Well, I have 3,
How many balls I have?
3, 6,
Now,
9,
let's see. 3, 6, 9, 12,
20.
15.
I think we're close to 30.
Yeah, I was going to say somewhere between 20 and 25.
Oh, close to 30.
No, because I've been giving some of them away.
We got bowling balls in drawers, cabinets.
Had that conversation
Yes.
So close to 30.
There's 3 balls there. We probably got over 40 to 50 balls in this house. And
Let's see, I've
we've got 15 in the car.
3-ball rollers there.
No.
4 3-ball rollers there, so that's 15
too. This should be a segment called Bowling Math.
plus probably another 3-ball roller worth of balls and
How many balls do you have without
in
actually
boxes.
pointing at all the balls?
I'll tell you this: if you guys want another 3-bag roller, Ballers Mart has the Epic bowling bags,
Yeah,
and they're sick, bro.
yeah, dude. I've been looking at those that big.
They're not expensive either. They're really not.
Yeah, I need to get at least one new 3 roller.
Like I just seen the guy we were talking about earlier. They're promoting a new bag on YouTube, and that's like a $250 bag, and it's only a 3-ball roller.
I wish they would. I wish they would make more options for like the 6-bag totes.
Yeah.
Like I wish they
Oh,
would have
dude.
more options for those.
Six bags in a single roller is a pain
It's
in
tough.
the
Oh yeah,
ass.
absolutely.
That's some weight right there to be dragging around.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But
Dude, before I went to the 3-ball tournament rollers, I was doing 4-ball stackers, and I was sick and tired of those.
lugging. I mean, yeah, it's a lot. Dude, I was looking at the travel cases, and just the shell for like a 3-ball plastic hard cover. That thing weighed 22 pounds, just the case. I'm like, you put another 45 pounds in that bitch? I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah. I'll tell you something not to do. So last summer we went to Philly, and this is before I really got deep into, staff or whatever. And I had my Cowboys bowling bag, right? And it's coming down. I'm in the Philly airport, and you can see it coming down. They wouldn't let me carry my bowling balls off because they consider it a weapon. So it's coming down the lane. Oh my gosh. It got loud fast in Philadelphia. And I was there. I just got there, and they were already hating on me.
I bet.
I traveled up north to do some stuff for my in-laws not too long ago, and I was actually throwing with Cobra down here. And I brought just a Storm Equinox in a backpack, and I carried it on. And I got stopped by TSA for at least 20, 25 minutes each way because they literally were doing all kinds of gunpowder residue. And, I mean, they wouldn't let it go. And I'm like, it's a core of a bowling ball.
Yeah. Hey, Switch.
Yep.
It'll be this summer. I'll keep in contact with Steve and Brian, and when it gets closer to time, I'll let you know.
We got to get the official release of what these are going to be first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then when the time comes, I'll ship them the ball, and they can draft for it off. But it's going to be epic. It's going to be epic. I'm excited. I can't wait.
Yeah, dude. Like I said, I'm excited to see what spots they fill inside that initial 6-ball arsenal that they released.
Oh, yeah.
I can't wait. I'm ecstatic, man. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really excited about swag.
Yeah, it's really blown up.
Like I said, I would love a hybrid or a pearl version of the judge and call it the Justice or the Supreme Court.
30K.
The prosecutor,
Yeah.
the lawyer, the criminal.
What's the
Let's
highest
just
you
go
guys
with the
have
whole
gotten
thing.
going on live?
This is probably it.
Yeah, I would say this has got to be it.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think we got to 12 or 13K in one of the first 2 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
And then it kind of hit a lull for a couple episodes, and now,
And just so everybody knows, like
it's amazing what a little incentive can do.
I'm not a professional bowler. I'm just a guy that loves bowling, and hopefully one day, I told my wife I just want to bowl one time with the big boys.
Yep. I think it's a bucket list for all of us, and I think a little bit, yeah. Like
Yeah.
mine
I
is,
was gonna say I got to bowl regional tour for a little while. I'm looking to go back. When I get to 50, I'm bowling the PBA 50.
Yeah, I'm really interested. So I don't know if you guys have heard about the UBA bowling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Underground Bowling Association.
I've been trying to get them to come down here to the South Texas because most of everything's up north of us.
Oh, the trash talk in in a UBA in Texas would be phenomenal.
Oh, I bet. Oh, I
Like
bet.
I bowled in a tournament up in San Antonio with some underground bowling guys, and it was insane.
Trash talk is not only warranted, it is encouraged
Oh
in the
yeah,
UBA.
absolutely.
And I thought I'm a decent bowler, and I'm going up there to San Antonio bowling this tournament, and there were girls averaging 270 a game, crushing it. I'm like, oh my god, like it's insane. Like San Antonio, Dallas, and Houston, they take their bowling serious up there,
Oh yeah.
really serious.
Yeah, I was gonna say when I was bowling the regional tour, I was thinking about coming down to Texas to bowl one of the South tournaments, but the only one that was still available because it was later in the year was in Lubbock, and I'm like, okay, how bad of a drive can it be to Lubbock, Texas? 23 hours, and then I was like, okay, well I'll just fly, and then I'm like, okay, the nearest major airport I can fly into is Houston. It's like, how far is Lubbock from Houston? Oh, 5 hours.
Texas is big, bro.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Like when I go see my folks in Oklahoma, it takes me 16 hours to get to Oklahoma.
I'm like, there ain't no way I would sit on a flight and then sit in a rental car for another 5 hours. No way.
It's insane, dude. Like if Corpus has had nationals down here before, if we could get somebody else to build another bowling center down here, like it'd be awesome to have nationals down here.
Well, they just need to do what they did at the Raising Cane Center in Baton Rouge. Just build a house in a convention center for 4 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty impressive, by the way. I saw the video on that. Did you see that?
I'm excited. I go down at the end of next month.
Yeah, the video of them building that was pretty impressive how they put that together. It was pretty quick too.
Yeah.
And then
Go
the
ahead.
biggest bucket list item in the second biggest bowling list bucket list item I get to check off my list next year because we'll be bowling nationals at the Reno Stadium.
Yep, I'll be there, buddy.
That is like winning a PBA tournament for my grandfather is obviously bucket list item number one.
Yeah.
Because I got to the PBA right before my grandpa died, and he's like, all right, I got one last request from you. I was like, what's that? He goes, go win.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I'm going to go out and get my butt kicked for a good 2 or 3 years before I even sniff a cut.
Yeah.
And then my grandfather, who's got the same dry humor I do, he goes, I didn't mean right away. I just meant eventually go win one.
That's another thing.
So that's bucket list item
right.
number one. Bucket list item number two that's left is the National Bowling Stadium in Reno.
Yeah, I definitely eventually I want to bowl nationals just to see. You know what I mean?
It's an experience.
Yeah, I imagine it is.
Yeah, that's 100% one of the reasons why I got kind of more serious about bowling. That is on my bucket list is Reno, and I've already pretty much set everything up. I've already paid for everything to be into it, and so it's gonna happen. I just want to make sure that I'm prepared for it, and I think swag might help.
Oh yeah.
Well, and that's the thing, Steve in Utah. We've been talking about this since we started this podcast. There's going to be more than a TikTok bowling team. We're going to have a TikTok only tournament somewhere.
Oh, that would be insane.
TikTok takeover.
Oh yeah.
That would
I've been
be
working.
insane.
I've been working
I will
camera
say-
angles.
I will say, if you guys are interested, there is a swag tournament in June at Wichita Falls, Texas, at the Shepherd Air Force Base. It's open to the public, so everybody that's anybody in swag, we're saying.
But yeah, we're going to have the entire tournament, and the goal is to have a stream on every pair.
Oh, that'd be insane.
Just literally just blow TikTok up with bowling.
Oh yeah, it's I'm surprised how big it is on TikTok.
We have a very, very large community, 100%.
Yeah.
Cool. It's very strong.
It's very strong.
So I did some camera angles the other day. Steve's seen it, I'm pretty sure. It was messed up on the one because I didn't switch it, but I need a clip to put on the gutter. We need one to put a clip designed to put on the left gutter, not the right one,
About,
the
like, to be able to
left.
clip a
Hey,
camera
excuse
to it.
you. Excuse you. I need one too. Thank you.
But no, I'm serious. You know the thin gutter, not the big, because typically the middle right gutter is the bigger solid one. The left gutter's got that.
Yeah, it's because that's where the ball return. The ball
So you want
returner
like a
is.
low angle, is what you're trying to say?
Yeah, so you can clip it right there on that gutter at the edge, and you can see the ball coming out. So if two people on that lane, one's recording straight down the lane, the other's recording the gutter angle, you could actually see the ball coming out and also their approach.
Gotcha.
Well, what I'm going to be doing is I've actually got a body cam, and I'm going to start doing POV bowling.
Oh, that
And
makes
that right there, yep.
Hey, Switch, no, you don't. You can throw whatever, but 90% of the people there are going to be throwing swag.
You could even take the one all the way down and see the ball coming towards the pins too. I mean, that would be kind of cool too.
Yeah. I know. I just done a video. I walked down the bowling lane, set it close to the pins I could get it without trying my ball to hit my iPhone.
That is what we call a self-correcting problem. You don't make that mistake twice.
Yeah. But I did have a.
It'll really make you work on your accuracy really quick.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
See that was my issue when I was trying both angles. Is the tripod was in my way, so I had to step around it to throw the ball.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you guys bowl at Boleros or what's your bowling centers? Are they homegrown or are they franchise?
They are 99% mom and pops. I'll be bowling one night a week at a Bolero next year.
Well, I'll say this: during the weekend, they don't oil the lane,
No, they do not.
and it drives me up the wall.
Hey, nothing more challenging than a birthday party house shot.
Yeah. Where there's no oil in the fronts and all the oil's at the pin deck.
My league house, I've been going long enough that I know when they actually do the oiling. So I could go when I know it's appropriate. I just never go on Sunday, because Sunday you might it's over. Doesn't matter. You're gonna be throwing in like the gutter no matter what. The thing's just not gonna.
Well, and then you're also going to have open players that have zero lane courtesy, so you're trying to focus on everything else, and you got people running up next to you throwing while you're trying to focus.
Yeah.
I have people in my league that'll still do that.
Yeah, it's insane.
I mean, I'm not kidding. There's a few guys that are in my a couple of the nights that I do leagues, and I know they've been in multiple seasons. So how
do you still not get lane etiquette?
Yes, and I don't want to be the bad guy, and because they're older guys, so I don't want to be, what I mean. I'm not going to yell at an elder, but I'm like, dude, seriously,
they would do it to you.
Oh, I know they would. But how hard is it just to step off the approach, bro?
It's not hard at all. People just don't care.
It's like, wow.
And the other one that we've talked about before is I almost started a fight in a bowling alley because a 130 average bowler was mad because he wasn't shooting well. I'm like, dude, you're not good enough to get this mad.
So I got a story to tell you. A couple weeks ago, we bowled a team. Before the ball was thrown, had 400 pins of handicap.
Goo!
And I've been waiting to bowl this team because last year we beat them by 300 pins, and they had the same amount. They were talking so much trash before because they hate us. Our bow center hates everything swag.
And they have an extra invisible person on their team.
Right.
400.
You're bowling 6 against 5.
That forces us
Almost 7 against 5.
to almost bowl perfect. We broke the house record that night.
Yeah,
One
buddy.
game series,
Nice.
we shot, I think, was a 1,200 scratch.
Nice. Nice.
And that, like,
How those heads hang.
Yeah, like that. I said, I don't hear I don't hear no trash talking now. Like we almost had the ball perfect to beat you guys.
Yeah, but you got to do what you got to do, getting it done.
It's crazy,
Dude, we had in our trio league, we came in to bowl in position round. We were in second place, bowling the first place team in position round. They had 245 pins on us before anything started in a trio league.
That's insane, dude.
I was like, no wonder y'all in first. All you got to do is freaking show up.
Got my boy.
Yeah, and then when you bowl,
What's up, Josh?
You bowl these teams that have high handicap, and then they decide like all the pins farther away. There's nothing you can do about it.
As soon as they mark you're it's like so devastating whenever you're bowling against somebody that has so much handicap. As soon as they just get a couple marks, it's like, oh my god, here we go.
And it's
Yep.
Go ahead.
We just lost our 9-pin league Friday to a team that hit the head pin, dead square in the middle of the head pin, and they all would just strike. I'm like, how the hell do you do that? I'm going into the pocket properly, and I'm still leaving.
It's 9-pin. You throw out the head pin as hard as you can, you're going to get 9.
Yeah.
They were getting solid strikes every time at the head pin, at just dead center of the head pin. And I'm just like, what the heck? They only threw like 3 mile an hour with house balls.
They're
I'm
low
like,
and slowers. That's why they're low and slowers.
So we had a vote. We had a vote here recently to jack up the team cap because all team caps 840 in USBC tournaments. So our league was set at 800. Well, if it stayed there because of me, my buddy, my 3 other buddies don't have no handicap, and I have like 5-10 pins of handicap, we wouldn't be able to bowl together. So we go to check out the team cap, and people start flipping out. I said, we're not trying to take away your handicap. We're trying to make the team cap higher so we can bowl together.
Yeah.
And all hell broke loose. It was insane. Like you guys are advantage on scratch bowlers, like it evens it out.
Yeah.
Somewhat. And then it's like, go ahead.
That's the thing. Like, I would love to be in a scratch league where just whatever you shoot's what you shoot, but there would not be enough people to fill a scratch league in my area.
Yeah, that's the same here. Yeah. Like if we used to have a scratch tournament, nobody would show up.
Yeah.
I want to bowl against the best.
Dude, honestly, I'm in the same. Like, I wish there was at least one night out of the week that would be just contributed to like a scratch league.
Yeah. And if I get beat, so be it. But I'm bowling against the best. Like I want to bowl against the best.
Yeah. Because honestly, dude, right. When I go, if I were to go bowling with just my friends, I don't get handicapped. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're just bowling to bowl. Like you're just doing the best you can do on that in that moment.
Like I hate it that I have 5-10 pins of handicap. I don't want to have any handicap. Yeah. But I'm not there yet. You know what I mean? But that's why I put in I put in my work. Like I'm trying to get to the point where I don't have to worry about handicap.
Right. I think that's all of our goals at like just to maintain and keep our averages as high as possible.
Yeah.
Well, and that's what drove me nuts about when the house that just closed, when their bowling machine broke, their oiling machine broke, I was at 212 and climbing. I was on pace to be about a 215, 216 because I was throwing 700s, every other week or so.
Yeah.
And then the lane machine broke, and it actually lowered my average back down to 208.
Indeed.
Now, next year's handicap version of Steve's going to appreciate that because I'll have a little more handicap when I go to these nationwide tournaments and the big state tournaments.
A little extra start.
But I was like, you're kidding me. I could have averaged 215 easy in this house if they had just maintained it until they sold it.
See, the one league we do out here at the one facility, they give you a team handicap, not an individual, but the other one's individual handicap. The individual handicap that kicks your butt. The team one's not as bad.
No.
Yeah, yeah. The leagues where you're bowling heads up and for team points, those can be brutal.
They can. And that's like right now, this quarter, because our league's divided up in quarters, and then you have the wild card in the playoffs. Like we're 20-0 right now. As long as our haters see that we have no losses in this league's quarter, I don't care if we win the league or not.
Yeah.
Just know that we beat everybody, and you guys had way more handicap than us.
Facts.
And that
I
was
still
what was
think
driving me
if-
nuts in my Thursday night league, because my Thursday night league used to be the big money league in the area, and it brought out all the best teams. Like, if you finished in the top 10 in that league, that meant something to the teams around the area, because they're like, man, that's a hard league to win and hard league to be competitive in. This past year, half the freaking teams were handicap teams. It drove me insane.
Crazy. And then, so our tournaments down here, they give 90% of handicap. 90% of 220 is what handicappers give.
Yeah, it's the same.
And
We
so
get 80.
See, we do 80 of 220.
we get a lot for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And when we have brackets and stuff, and you go and you think you're winning, and then they don't have enough women, so they'll put the women in with the men's, and the women will just blow them out of the water because of all the handicap they have.
Yeah, I've seen that.
60 wouldn't be too bad.
38,000 likes, guys.
That's awesome.
Dude,
Good
we're
job,
two
guys.
away from 40.
Yeah.
See, in that Friday night league, we finished in second. We had 23,000 pinfall. The team that won it only had 19,000.
That's insane.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's
see,
rough.
Yeah, I mean, but we only lost to
Mark,
teams
get
with
up here.
handicap. That's all it was. But we only did two
You were
game
not
two
supposed
game
to be
series.
downstairs if nobody's down there.
I definitely, eventually, at some point, I can meet y'all in person. However, that you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Bowl together, have some fun.
Absolutely.
Me and Brian,
I mean,
are doing
No.
a circle around Indianapolis to Michigan, back down to Ohio here in June, I think.
hey, you need to broaden
Texas
that
is too
horizon
far.
and get your butts to St. Louis.
Yeah.
And Missouri's boring, bro.
No. Listen. Missouri is a very beautiful state.
I've never
It's
been.
boring.
You
Everyone
have,
says the same thing about Ohio, though, bro. So we can't say that.
if you go to Missouri, you have to go to Silver Dollar City.
Yep.
You have
Branson,
to go
baby.
to Branson. And you have to go to Dolly Parton's big restaurant stampede thing. She got all of her horses out front. Like, Branson is beautiful. And then you have the Bass Pro, the
They
Bass
do.
Pro,
There's Springfield.
the Springfield. Then you have the Bass Pro cabins. They have the Lonesome Dove cabins where you can stay at. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Lonesome Dove. Have you seen Lonesome Dove?
No,
Mm-mm.
You haven't seen Lonesome Dove?
no.
I don't watch TV.
Oh
I'm
my
sorry.
God!
Goodness.
Robert Duvall and Tommy Lee Jones. Like, you need to watch Lonesome Dove.
All right.
That's like somebody saying they've never seen Tombstone.
Yeah,
All right. Well, I've seen Tombstone. Now. Hang on.
Lonesome Dove is up there with Tombstone.
Oh, okay.
Granted, it's a long western, but it's good.
I'll have to watch it.
But I think
No, you want to talk about a
Cincinnati-
long, boring Western? Dances with Wolves. I
Oh, well, don't even
hated
start
that
on it.
movie.
That's Kevin Costner's probably crappiest movie ever.
Oh, I will see that, and I will raise you Waterworld.
I think Cincinnati area has more people
Waterworld was terrible.
than Missouri collectively.
Waterworld wasn't that bad. It was just really long. Okay, yeah, it was terrible.
Listen,
Dry land is not a myth.
I'm
I've
from a
seen
town of
it.
800 people, so I mean, coming to South Texas was big for me.
Yeah.
I think our town has like 30,000 people.
I'm sorry, Butchie. I couldn't stand Dances with Wolves. It was too slow.
Yeah, it was pretty slow.
Now, it was sad to hear that Val Kilmer passed away. Like, he was one of my favorite actors of all time.
Yeah, Val Kilmer was a good actor for sure.
40,000, and we should end the live.
Bart, get up there.
Look at that.
Our bowling alley, the one is
Stop going
38
downstairs.
lanes and the other is 24 is the two that I bowl at.
So the two I bowl at has 16 lanes and then 40 lanes.
I would say 32 and 16.
The two I'm at, my league house is 20 lanes. My tournament house is, I think it's 36 lanes.
Now, if you count the Bolero, then it's 64 because it's two sets of 32.
Oh wow! That's
Now-
a big barrel.
We have,
I didn't count Bolero.
I think we have like 12 to 15 bowling alleys in our 20-minute radius though. So
No,
we have
only one of them is
options.
the Bolero, Butchie, and we already know how you feel about Bolero.
No Boleros.
Valero just changed their name too to some
Yeah,
Lucky Strike.
Yeah, they're rebranding some of their centers to become more family friendly. They don't want to do leagues necessarily. They want to be more of a fun center.
Well, I
Lucky
say
Strikes.
this: our Bolero, 5 nights a week there's a league, and it's packed from 1 to 40. They made off our league alone last year $150,000.
40K.
Well, I mean, my wife and I, we did a Thanksgiving, like, oh, we're just gonna meet some friends, kind of split the difference, and they're like, what are we gonna do? And they're like, oh, we just go to Bolero. Pretty sure this is Thanksgiving, and just for I think there was maybe like 8 of us to bowl, and like it was like $250 or $300, bro. It was insane.
Well, that's the one good thing about having a PBA card is the Boleros are all official PBA practice centers, so I get games for like $2 a game.
Yeah, well, they were doing like an hourly rate because it's also a holiday. So, you know, I'm sure I got an extra bump on that because my wife registered, you know, to have a reservation. I'm like, oh my God.
But yeah, it used to be $1 a game, then it went to $1.50, and then depending on what day of the week you go, it's between $1.50 and $2 a game.
Hey, Steve, did you see we just released the black dragon
I said
chamois?
Oh, sound like you.
Do what?
We just released the black dragon chamois.
Nice.
No kidding.
No, I'm dead serious.
Nice.
Oh,
I'm gonna need to
yeah,
grab me
we
one of those.
How do I get that hat?
Click the link in my bio. It takes you straight to Swag Bowling. They got this
That
one.
hat is dope, bro.
They got a black one. They have a white one. They have a teal blue one.
I'm a
Yeah,
camera guy.
Click the link in my bio,
Well,
bro.
This hat is part of my brand, so you're going to need to make a similar color pattern swag hat.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, guys, it's been real. I've had a lot of fun. I appreciate you guys having me on. It's
Yeah, man.
It's been an honor and a blessing. Thank you for the support of Swag. It really means a lot. And 40,000 and a half likes, bro.
Man, that's awesome.
That's insane.
Thank you.
But yeah, and give me about the rest of this week. This episode will wind up being on the YouTube. If anybody missed it, they can go back to our YouTube channel and watch it.
Absolutely.
Appreciate for everybody coming in, visiting, all the likes.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for support.
All right, hit me up after this live or the next couple days about some of that stuff. All right.
I will, bro. I got you.
And everybody, thank you for all the likes. Thanks for stopping by, and most appreciate you guys. Enjoy bowling.
And
That's what we
stay
do.
and stay tuned. We will announce that that giveaway
giveaway.
once we get the official
Yes.
release details of what's going to be coming down the pipeline this summer.
If anybody's interested in wanting to be part of this podcast, hit Brian up, Steve up, or
Shoot us an email.
Yep.
We'll give you an email address you can apply for. Say it again.
I think it's what is it? Bowlers helping bowlers at gmail.com.
At Gmail.
Yep.
Yep.
Hit us
Just
up.
hit us
Pretty
up on
simple.
there.
Universal branding.
41,000 guys.
Thanks for coming.
That's
in,
nuts. All right. Well, like I always say, there is no last time. So until the
And-
next time.
Keep
Yeah.
throwing the rock.
Absolutely. You guys as well. Later, bros.
And if you don't throw the rock, go kick rocks.
Absolutely.
Exactly.